the Titan body falls away, like crumbles and falls away behind him too, like this beautiful synergy of the artwork and the drama of the story. And then from that moment on, he's still Armin, but he has that confidence now. He has confidence, like, all right, I mean, I've got ideas. It may not be the best idea, so if anybody else has something better, by all means, say it. But this is what I came up with on the spot, and he's a freaking genius. He also has a lot more courage than he gives himself credit for. He's the first one to say, yes, I'll go into the cadet, I'll join the military with you. Yes, I will join the scouts with you. And he just, after that moment, that realization, he just starts to improve more and more in several different ways. We start to see him take more risks. We see him feeling a lot more confident in his abilities. And you really start to see him standing up for, what he thinks. And if it has to do with protecting his friends, he'll do anything. Standing up to the female Titan, and just really everything. And then for those who have seen the second season, who here has not seen the second season of Attack on Titan? Darn it, guys.
Well, I'd say
you have homework. But okay, there's a scene in Attack on Titan at the end where he this won't spoil anything. For those who have seen the first season, when he says, oh God, how's the line go? To rise above monsters, we must abandon our humanity. What we fight, we become. What we fight, we become. We must abandon our humanity. He has that moment in season 2 where he realizes, oh, this is where I have to decide what I'm doing when it comes to that. And yet again, a big defining moment for him, but it would never have been possible had it not been for that realization of just, I'm not a burden, I am not useless, they are counting on me, I better deliver. And that's my favorite thing about Armin, because it's such a human thing. I think everybody can relate to that. Who is over here has not asked a question yet? Thurio. Well, he's not really my absolute favorite. I picked 5 because I can't just pick a favorite child, Josh. It's Timmy. He brings me cookies. I have 5. They kind of change out over the years because they each represent like a milestone in my career or just very important to me at the time. Just a quick rundown of the list: Kenichi the Minus Disciple, Sadao Mao, Kuranosuke, Armin, Yuri. For Yuri, one of the reasons why he is, to date, my favorite is just because, like Armin, I related to him a lot in terms of my own past experiences, but he is by far the character I relate to the most out of any character I've ever played. So it was really easy for me to tap into those feelings and those memories again and really just give a performance, like just act. And it had its challenges too. Specifically, the scene where he cries in the garage, the breakdown in the car garage. Because how many of us have been there where you really just want to cry out to somebody who is like your closest friend or a family member or just someone you love, and you just want to say, I just need you to believe in me more than I believe in me. like give me that support, please. It's like, okay, yeah, I've been there for sure. And normally, for my entire acting career from the time I was 5 years old, one of the hardest things that's ever been is for me to cry in performance, because I grew up in small town Texas where boys don't cry, now drink your gasoline. It's really hard for me to get past that. I'm fighting the negative. I'm always fighting those emotions within me, because that's just how I was raised. And it's always been, I try to be a very happy dude, and so to do anything or to allow myself to be raw and connect with those emotions and actually just cry has always been impossible for me. And that role changed that. That moment specifically was just like, I know exactly where this guy's been. I know that feeling all too well. and I just let myself feel it, and it happened. And was able to fuel performance with it. Like, I didn't just straight up cry, but I was able to open my emotions up enough that I didn't have to force myself to sound like I was crying. It was just there. And I was really proud of myself, and I was really proud of that scene, and just the work overall. Plus, it was just really cool to be a part of this show that came out of freaking nowhere, and just kind of became this phenomena that not only was just an amazing story, like, about the pursuit of artistic perfection, and overcoming all those crippling self-doubts that every artist faces, whether they paint, draw, write, act, sing, anything, whatever your art is. I'm sure at some point you felt, why am I doing this? Why am I even trying? I'm no good at it. What's the point? That's what Yuri's going through. That's what he fights every time he gets out on the ice. That's why it's called Yuri on Ice. His battle takes place in his head there. And it's also this wonderful... Bye, April O'Neil. That was a really good April O'Neil cosplay. Like, oh my god, it's like the 80s, my childhood all over again. Thank you, Ted. It was really... And also the show itself, like, yeah, it's not canon. Like, the creators never come out and actually said, no, this is the story we were trying to tell. But aside from being about artistry and the pursuit of perfection, it's also probably the best example of an LGBT or just a gay relationship I've ever freaking seen, because it's treated like any other freaking relationship. Hello, ding dong, give them a prize. Like, they got it right. Thank you. It doesn't surprise you, but it's not like forced down your throat. It's not like, oh, look at them, they might be a thing. It's just, oh, they're a thing. Okay, cool. It's a very supporting, loving friendship that changes both of them for the better. It gives them strength, gives them solidarity, and it teaches Yuri how to love himself. It's, I mean, if that's not an example of what love is, I don't know what else is. It was great to be a part of that. And also, it cross-pollinated fandoms. We had professional skaters tweeting about stuff, about the show, and people that forever have only ever been into, like, ice skating or just sports in general that never would have given anime a second look are now like, hey, tell me about this anime stuff. And anime fans, you know, going over and, you know, getting into ice skating, people becoming ice skaters because of this show. People coming up and telling me stories about how this show gave them the strength to come out to their parents or to be themselves. It's a far-reaching show that reaches people of all walks of life and gives inspiration. Just that, even the lyrics of the song itself, we were born to make history. The entire feeling of it is that we are great, we are strong, like we can do what we want, like what we aspire to do, what we dream, but we will pursue it through pain and in the pursuit of perfection. I could go on and on about it. Quick fun fact, does anybody keep track of Johnny Weir's tweets back when Yuri on Ice was, you know, like airing and everything? So who does not know who Johnny Weir is? Okay. The same people that have answered no to every one of my questions so far. Johnny Weir is a professional skater, has won medals, I think also Olympic and stuff, but he's gone to the Grand Prix and done very well. He's also a very out and proud gay man, and he found this show and was tweeting about it. He's also a correspondent for MSNBC for their sports, for skating. So every time he tweeted about Yuri on Ice, because he's a correspondent, it was forwarded immediately to MSNBC sports page. So for a week straight, Victor's naked ass was all over MSNBC's webpage. Like, it was just there for a week.
TMI.
It's just like, is this real life? It was amazing. I love it. So, someone back over here. Let's see. You. Yeah, you've not answered the question yet.
What was your favorite scene to record in Drifters?
Favorite scene in Drifters? Yeah. Everybody seen Drifters? If you're a fan of Hellsing, I swear to God, if the same hands go up, you have homework. Drifters, if you're a fan of Hellsing at all, it's the latest by that company. Same mangaka, creator of Hellsing. It's his latest thing. It's 12, 13 episodes. There's supposedly going to be a second season at some point. It's according to the end of the credits. See you in 20XX. Well, they've got 80 some odd years to not be liars. But it's just, my favorite moment in that is when Toyohisa downs the general that's attacking the Elven village. And he's just like, he does it so flawlessly, he's just like, you weren't even worth my time. It's like, waste of my time! And he just takes out the hilt of his sword and just starts bashing the dude's skull in. Not using his sword, he's not gonna get his sword dirty for this worthless dude. It's just sword hilt, face, 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 eyeball, face, tooth. Like, it's just over and over and over, and it's just brutal. Just like, this guy's insane. I love him. Let's see. You have not asked a question. Yes, and the green, and then I'll get to you, and then you. Yes.
Have you ever worked with J. Michael Tatum?
Tatum? Oh yeah, many times. I've worked with Tatum many times. He directed me on a show called Corpse Princess. That was the first time I'd worked with him directly. People know Corpse Princess? Oh my God! Akasashi Shido of the Banjo Shoujos. The Banjo Shoujos. Yeah, like, hear me! I forgot the line. Ori Kagami. When she'll reach 5 minutes, thank you. When she reaches 108, she will cease to be a Shikabane Hime. She will be a destroyer Shikabane. Heed my warning! I love him. Those types of villains are fun too, just because it's the villain that has a purpose. He doesn't see himself as a villain, he sees himself as doing something righteous and right, and in a lot of ways I agree with what he was doing.
What?
In a lot of ways I agree with what he was doing. It's just like...
I'll be leaving.
There's the door, honey. It's just like...
I don't want to, just to anger you.
I'm just not going to anger me either way. I'm just chilling up here.
I've been waiting for Uriel. I'm sorry.
See, there you go. I am a pork cutlet bowl, not a pierogi. Thank you. I've actually been through the ceremony. We're gonna get like, and your mama can't dress you well. Like,
I dressed myself this morning.
rock on, dude. What?
And I nailed it.
All right. I bet I could beat you. We'll go. We'll later. We'll just do that later. Okay. So.
Battle. Because you'll like.
Was there a question over here? Oh wait, no. I was answering the Shikabane Hime thing. What's happening? Lucy. We'll go with Lucy Hartfilia.
What's your favorite thing about Kurnosuke?
I love my Kurnosuke. He doesn't care. Like, he is all about who he is and the things he likes. The fact that he puts on women's clothes and becomes fabulous, that gives him strength and power. And it's a great power.
Fabulous!
And also just the fact that, you know, he does have that innate kindness. Yeah, he can be a little sassy and a little selfish, but he does have that innate kindness that like drives him to help these girls, to show them, look, you can like what you like too and love yourself at the same time. Like, you can do it, I believe in you. Look at me, I'm doing it, I don't care because I'm fabulous. And you're fabulous too, and that's just something you don't realize. And also the fact that, again, kind of like Yuri, Kurnosuke was the first time I'd ever seen in an anime a healthy portrait, like not like someone who could be considered transgender or, you know, non-conforming or non-binary, anything like any of those, like, or just a cross-dresser. The first time that type of character has been in the show and not been the butt of a joke, and not been there to be like just, oh, look at this person. But he's also the role model. He's the role model. People are learning from him, and he's learning from them at the same time. But it was just like, oh my God, what a great way to use this type of person, to use that type of character. Just, again, very progressive, very well thought out character and amazing writing. I think we have time for like one more question. Who with hands up has not asked a question yet? Not asked a question. Y'all? Oh, that's right, you didn't. How much time do I have? 2 minutes. I will try to make it lightning. Okay, you real quick, because you're all... Yes.
How did it feel to know that your tail was cut off by Ruby?
Well, he said the first curse word in Ruby history, so I think that answers the question. Yeah, I didn't even know that it was a big thing either. Someone came up and was like, how does it feel to say the first curse word in Ruby? Honored? I didn't know it was a thing. I was just in the moment. It's like, it's not asked a question. I'm so sorry. Hand. Disembodied hand. Like... Togami from Danganronpa? I am richer and better than all of you, and you should know it. I mean, that's the character. Do you have an accent now too? Are we going to talk about mothers while sounding posh? One more. We have one more. Quick time. You have been very big. You've had your hand up for like ever, dude. I'm so sorry. There was really like Tyson Reinhardt for that season 3. He just kind of went all out with it, and so like everything that he had already written was pretty much like, dude, this is freaking gold. We might just massage the joke a little bit, or we're like let's go with this instead. But normally I didn't really have any input. I was just going off what he and Chris George, the director, because they were both in a band together. They have a lot of the same sense of humor, so it's just like, this whatever you guys want, man. This is like, I'm just enjoying playing this dude. But yeah, I had more stuff like that with Masamune-kun, where I'd just be like, can we call this guy a chode? Like, just, what's up, doucher? Or something like that. Just like ridiculous things. Like he was a ridiculous character, but I got to play around with him, and it was really fun. Kind of the same attitude as Issei, though, in a lot of ways, or more like Mal, I guess. Anyway, guys, I hope you were entertained. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your questions. I will be, for those who were interested in, like, I had a few people asking about taking selfies or pictures after this. I think we just kind of need to clear the hall, but if you're going to be here tomorrow, I will be in the dealer's room at my booth. It's just under the sign that says small press, and I will be happy to take pictures all day until, like, I'll be there probably about 1:30 to 3 o'clock, maybe 4. So yeah, please come out. I would love to see you again. Thank you so much, and please be safe and enjoy the con.